case you just can't get rid of a bomb.
It's Will.
And this is Thomas.
And we're back at the Virtual Spinner Rack. This week, we're going to take a look at the deluxe edition of The Killing Joke from 1988. Oh, it's still the 90s, right?
No, it's not.
Damn it.
And mind you, this is the deluxe edition, not one of the 57 printings of it.
Yes.
I can't even remember. Isn't it green is the first printing?
I can't even remember. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's green. It says Killing Joke is green. If it's any other damn color, it's not a first printing, people.
It's like, what does The Killing Joke have in common with Skittles?
It comes in every
cover
color.
is every color of the rainbow.
Exactly. I got a second print. I may have two second prints, but I don't have a first.
I got a first print. I bought it the week it came out off the
Do you? Yeah, I thought I got mine when it came out, but years later, when I knew that there were different printings, I looked it up and it was a damn second print. And I was like, really? Because I think second print's pink or whatever it is. Pink or red or whatever. But it's good. So you say you only got one book? You've had like book. 2 weeks and you got one book.
I paid for some stuff to come in. But I think he's still holding it, and he'll just
is he still holding it, or she couldn't get the passport?
Oh, I don't know. I would have taken the picture. I'm like, come on.
You can take it, just send the picture.
Yeah. So I got my copy of from my dude Frankie B. Washington and Matthew Blair. I got issue 3 of Kaijus and Cowboys. So they put out like 3 of those this year. And they're going to start. They got another book coming out too. In the meantime, Matthew has put out like another book with a different art team.
Oh, cool.
And stuff. But I got the shiny Kaijus and Cowboys little decal. Another trading card for the series.
Oh, cool.
These are like super thick. They're uncut. This is stuff that Frankie worked on back in the day. Ultraman, the Ultra 7, an uncut sheet of 4 that everybody got.
God, I remember Ultraman.
I never liked it. I thought it was terrible.
You thought it was terrible.
And this is a mini print off of the video. A friend of his made like a computer animated video of his lead character there, the main cowboy himself. And that's the big dinosaur that was everybody thought was a mountain range.
Is it a big dinosaur or is it Shark Dog?
No, that's just the head like sticking down, but
you don't know about Shark Dog?
That's the back cover. That was the 3D printed figure.
Oh, he's got the year on each one of them, 2024. So he's putting the year on them.
Yep. So
Sweet.
this is the preview for next year's book, and here's the cover, which was what the trading card was.
The art is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, he does great work. He's done so much stuff. He used to work like in advertising and any format of art you can work in, he's worked in it. And
so I wish I still drew. I don't really draw much anymore other than doodle.
Well, the only thing I was any good at drawing was on an Etch-a-Sketch, and that was just when I erased it.
When you erased it. But like, well, those beautiful Etch-a-Sketches and you damn sneeze. It's ruined.
Mm-hmm. Dad, I want an iPad. I'm going to give you the first edition iPad. What's that? It's an Etch-a-Sketch. It's the original iPad. Or worse, you just go to the pharmacy and you buy a literal iPad and put it in an iBox.
No, not the Etch-a-Sketch. You remember the freaking pads that we used to have that had
the cling ones.
The cling ones, dude, that open up and you can write on them and it erases and put it back.
Yeah, it came with like this solid plastic pen and everything.
That's the first iPad.
Oh yeah.
Hey. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, we're old.
Pizza.
And stop it by to say hi and leave.
And leave a thumbs up.
Yeah, leave a thumbs up.
Hitting the like button, saying a thing, it tricks them into thinking that we got a lot of people hanging out with us.
So I did go to the antique store. They replenished the dollar box. And I also went to the Black Friday. Okay, so I got a few books. We ain't gonna go through all of them, but I got some highlights. All right, first, Atlas Comics. You remember them, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Kid Cody #1. It was in the dollar box. I'm like, hey, it's $1. It's Atlas comic. It's in pretty nice shape for $1. I'm gonna pick it up.
Kid Cody, that later became Kid Colt, kind of.
Yeah.
Sort of.
All right. So the more important thing about this is when you open it up. So the script is by Larry Lieber. You know who that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the art by Doug Wildley.
Damn it. Another Wildley find.
I'm like, holy crap, dude. In a freaking dollar box. So that's going to be a good read. I have never heard of this. Do you remember this?
Never heard of that? Oh, yeah.
No. Have you read it? Is it worth me finding the rest of them?
It's probably cheaper to just buy the trade.
I don't think there is a trade.
There probably isn't.
But okay. I mean, I picked it up, and it's chapter 1 was by Mark Evner, Gene Colan, and Bob Smith. So I'm like, all right, I know all these guys. Okay. And I absolutely love Gene Colan. Happened.
They're sitting around the bullpen in DC one day. Probably, tipping a bottle of whiskey and maybe smoking
peanut butter stuff.
Some wacky tobacco. And well, they're like, we're gonna do a 12-issue maxi series, but everybody's going to make up a chapter. We're going to divide everybody into teams, and you're just going to be able to see like the last page of the prior issue, and then you make it go in whatever direction you want it to.
So it's the commodity challenge from like 3 years ago.
Yeah, but this was like way more than 3 years ago.
Yeah, this is 85. But yeah. I mean, I was like, I love Gene Colan. Mm-hmm. Absolutely amazing artist. So I picked it up for that. But I was like, I've never damn heard of this.
The covers were amazing.
Yeah,
the challenge was to find readers in your store that would actually not cancel this book and get it all the way through.
Damn it.
I was one of them, but they sold out of number 12s before I got there.
Well, I saw them online, and you can get them pretty cheap. So I was debating it, but I had never even heard of it. All right, I got this in my new shipment of comics a while back. It kind of goes with tonight's book. That's the only reason I brought it up. I have not read this, so if you've read it, tell me if it's terrible or not.
I will tell you that I haven't. I've got multiples of like the first 2 issues because it's Joker stuff.
Yeah, 3 Jokers, people. Yeah. For those just listening.
And I haven't gotten a hold of a number 3 yet.
Oh, really? So you hadn't finished it?
So until I got all of them together, I won't read them because then I'll be hung up until I get a number 3.
I'm getting to the point where a lot of people are talking about it, and I know me and you talked about it. I mean, I can buy single books, but if I just wait until the story arc's done now at this point, because everything's going to be printed in trade, I can save money and get the whole story, and then it takes up less space. So I'm on certain books, I'm actually skipping to that.
Hey, Jason.
And
Unhinged.
it makes sense to me.
Unhinged is cooking dinner, just swinging by to hit the like and do the YouTube things. Well, I thank you.
Sweet. Thank you, sir. All right. So you ready? We have talked about her before, but I don't think we've ever read anything online. So at the Black Friday sale, they had all back issues 40% off. So I got a sweet ass Spider-Woman number 8.
Oh, nice.
A 10, I think. Yeah. No, 9.
Mm-hmm.
A 11.
Nice.
Dude, the art on these are so good. Check this one out, dude. 13 with the Shroud.
Oh, yeah.
And then 14 has got the Shroud in it as well.
He was always a good villain, and then they flipped him from a heel to a baby face, as they would say in the wrestling world, and then they whacked him.
Damn it, man. All right. So then I found. I don't know if I actually have this one. I know it was, for the price, the condition was amazing. Cap 163.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's standard Cap and Falcon fighting damn bad guys. Yeah. All right, so this was going to be out of left field. If you don't know the story behind how these comics came about, people, look it up, do a little reading and research, because it's literally funny as hell. If we need to extrapolate on it, I will. So Marvel Premiere number 52 featuring Black Panther, who at last battles the Klan. That's right. The Black Panther versus the KKK.
There's a viral video going around of this pudgy little 7-year-old white boy with like 3 chins.
I've seen it. I sent it to you.
And the father goes, "Your first mission
is to go upstairs."
No, mommy said Black Panther doesn't have a mommy.
She doesn't go upstairs.
How are you going to save it? How are you going to say? And he, towards the end, he's like, "I'm going to save Optimus Prime." How are you going to go up? How are you going to save Optimus Prime? You're afraid to climb a ladder.
You're afraid to climb a ladder. So the story for those is by Ed Hannigan, pencils by Jerry Bingham, and inks by Gene Day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not a throwaway book. I mean, you can look at the art and tell it's freaking top notch.
Oh, yeah.
But there's about 3 of these issues. I think I've got all 3 of them now. It's a whole story arc where he fights the Klan. The rest of them, I'll say eat your heart out, but they were all in really nice shape. And like I told my wife, at half off, I couldn't pass it because I paid for like $2 for some of these. Avengers 182.
Nice.
This is probably one of my favorite story arcs from Avengers. 184 versus Absorbing Man.
Mm-hmm.
189.
Yep.
I can't remember who's in this one. Maybe you remember. I don't know. But it was the single most expensive book I bought that day. 195.
I got that.
Yeah, he had $25 on it. But so, I mean, it was like $12 or $13, whatever that is.
I think I'm pretty sure that's the first cameo of Taskmaster.
It may be because he's in like 96 or 97.
Yeah, he's in the following issue. I've got another one that's like a $25 range, and it's the first appearance of Scott Lang.
It's got to be, yeah, that's like 60 something, 62 or something. It's got to be 96 that he's in because I got a 97 here and he's not on the cover a bit. 91.
Nice.
Grey Gargoyle.
That's my favorite version of Vision.
Yo, really?
Yeah.
The good old yellow and green. 97. Dude, 99. I know this isn't Kaiju's, but while you're talking about it, 98 has got some Red Ronin in it.
Cool.
Dude, all of these were by Perez and damn John Byrne and Austin, or Perez and Austin, and you couldn't have asked for a better creative team. And then the last one I got was 94. There's your Vision in the green and yellow suit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't even remember who wrote all of these. Find one without look what they all got. That stupid dude. How do you feel about resealable bags?
I love them.
Really? Shit, we may have to end this podcast early, people. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can talk to anybody who loves resealable bags. Ugh. David Michelin, George Perez, and Dan Green. I mean, and I think Michelin wrote most of these.
Yeah. Well, there's pluses and minuses to setting up your bags either way, whether you get like the traditional bags where you throw a piece of tape on it, and then you can take the tape off, stick it on your arm, take the book out so you don't get it caught on the tape. Or the thing that I think I like most about the resealable bags is no matter what I do, for some reason, if I tape the bag shut, they end up blowing up like a balloon. Like enough air gets in there that the bag swells a little bit, and then they're all like, it's like trying to catch a greased pig coming out of a comic book box.
All right, so here's the trick that I learned, and I learned on another site. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you a link for them. Go to Amazon. Drafting dots.
Oh, the little round stickers.
That's it. They're like $6 for 500 or 1,000, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And they have very low tack, so they won't damage the book. And it's enough to keep it closed. And they don't blow up like you're talking about. But I buy the drafting dots. And then you don't have to sit there worried about tearing the tape off.
Cool. So you sent me a link for a Kickstarter.
Yes. Cool. Dude, the Becky Colin.
So the Mark Spears.
Oh, the Mark Spears. Yeah, that one too. Yeah, I sent 2 of them to you.
So this looks really cool. It's Mark Spears' Monsters comic book series, issues 1 through 8. The all-new comic book series by Spawn and DC Comics artist Mark Spears, who has like an amazing like art/paint style.
Do you see? Did you see the interiors? The one that with Dracula, it looks like Bela Lugosi.
I was like, whoa.
Damn, dude, that's awesome.
My only issue is because he's an artist of, semi well-known circles. Like you go, oh, Mark Spears. You're like, who? Well, he worked for Todd on Spawn for a while.
Yeah.
Did a bunch of covers and this, that, and the other thing. There's like a gazillion covers in this thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And some of them are stupid. The damn Days of Future Past cover is stupid. But the monsters there with the Dracula with the cross doing the Wolverine is stupid. But some of them are cool. I love the Frankenstein. The Bride of Frankenstein cover is awesome.
Yeah, because boobs. Then we have the Killing Joke cover right there on the front, right here.
Yeah.
And then there's like the 4 connecting covers for A, B, C, and D of Jim Lee's X-Men #1.
Yeah.
And then there's of course, you get the Wolfman, right here in the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man #1, and then of course there's the like 7,500, 300,
references,
references and stuff. So
I like the Marvel 25th anniversary covers are awesome too.
With Frankenstein.
Yeah.
That was cool. Yeah. So I'm going to play the video so we can check out the artwork, and then we'll fly through this quick and get right to the book.
All right. I thought it looked cool.
Oh yeah, it looks great. And who doesn't want more monster stuff? There's 119 people that have already backed. 24 days to go. So in less than a week, this thing is almost funded.
Yeah.
The goal is 40K because of all those ridiculous covers. They're all good look. They're all decent looking covers to like phenomenal covers, but it's the he's banking on the FOMO, which I ain't gonna lie, I'm a recovering FOMO addict. It started when I was 15 that I would go into like a McDonald's and order one of everything on the menu. Yeah. And then I found a comic book store and I would go in every Wednesday and basically buy one of everything that was left on the shelf.
Yeah.
And be like, what do you mean that's $280? It's only like, he goes, that's like 102 books. You go, oh shit. Okay, here you go.
Damn it, that's a lot of money.
So they had a Cyber Monday thing. They're here until they sell out for these issue 8, the Codstock cover, signed and numbered on the back, limited to 66, and the number 8 with the
Phantom of the Opera or whoever that is.
Yeah, it looks like a Phantom of the Opera swipe. Yeah, both of those are like $60 a piece. Then these are new chrome variants. So you would see like the right side of Dracula's head and the cross would be, chromed, and
All that.
Here's the
that's the connecting covers.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but this is going to be some weird version of Van Helsing, even though it looks kind of like Jude X.
Jude X.
And that's just the video we just watched for the different thing. But the artwork on this is like...
The Dracula stuff looks so good. I mean...
I'm like we've seen like phenomenal art, like, Alex Ross caliber stuff, JML caliber stuff, and, a bunch of other guys. But this, right, just this palette and the painting, like the texture that you can feel from looking at the page.
Yeah.
Just reminds me of the old Innovation comics that were like all painted throughout the whole thing. That were just gorgeous.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, dude, when I saw that right there, the black and white, that first top panel with him looking at you, I was like, okay, I'm sold. This is it.
Speaking of Dracula.
Yeah.
Because I backed the Kelly Jones, Matt Wagner Dracula.
Yeah.
And after everything was said and done, and I finished off and I paid the shipping and blah, 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 come to find out, Volume 1 of that book isn't going to ship until October of next year.
Now you got something to look forward to.
What the hell have you guys been doing? This is just another thing in a long line of a lot of times when you back a crowdfunded book, if you get it in a few months, go to church that Sunday, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, whatever. Because usually it's about a year out.
Yes.
Because, Kelly did a bunch of pages and images for the campaigns, but it's not like he's sitting down, going to the wall.
No, he's got other stuff to do.
What else could he have to do?
I don't know.
I know Bernie's not with us anymore, so he's picking up the horror slack, but
damn it. Dude, yeah, the art was just, I was going through this, and the Dracula stuff though just is what got me, but it all looks good.
This reminds me of Cold Check a little bit. Like the detective down here. Like the Harvey Bullock looking dude.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Harvey Bullock. And
then the little chubby kid in the yellow shirt. I'm like, oh my God, it's the kid from Batter Santa.
This is the damn Goonies kids. Or from Monster Squad.
Yeah. The Brides of Dracula here. I'm like,
yes.
And I'm like, I always lean towards the redheads, but
I always wanted to be a vampire.
Really, I'm like, I know they're just going to kill me. They're not going to like bring me back so I can do bad stuff. But
the witch was cool too at the bottom.
Oh yeah,
the witch is awesome.
The face on that, I'm like, I mean, that'll give you nightmares.
Yeah. She looks kind of like the gold Wicked Witch from the damn Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, only scarier.
Only scarier. I'll get you and your little dog, too.
So here we go. Issue 1, The Bride of Frankenstein cover. Yes please.
Yeah, that would be the one I order. Yeah.
So
I have no interest in the homage covers. The only one I see of those right there that I like is the Tomb of Dracula homage cover.
Yeah. Like, I go, oh, yeah, it's the McFarlane homage. Yeah, okay. And, oh, look, it's the McFarlane homage again. And, there's no way a mummy could get his leg up like that in those bandages. I'm sorry.
It's wrapped too tight.
Yeah.
He squeezed off the little mummy parts.
Yeah. So the Tomb of Dracula homage, that one's cool.
Yeah.
Then of course we've got that infamous J. Scott Campbell homage for 608.
Yeah.
That people started, he challenged people to draw. The X-Men homage, if maybe it was different characters, it wouldn't be too bad. The cover with the Wolfman and Frankenstein going into battle.
Yeah.
It's not great, but it's attention grabbing.
Yeah.
But that 25th Marvel thing with anniversary with the
badass.
The homage, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then
the
brides.
Yes. And then here's your connecting covers.
The connecting cover for that. But I'm like, yeah, right away, just from like the background coloring, yeah, that's X-Men #1.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't like it.
No.
I don't think it came out good.
Now that the cover B there, well, both the cover A and B, those are I like.
Yeah. The cover B is also available as one of the chromiums,
and it's kind of an homage or something I've seen before. It's good.
But I really like the cover A with the with the statue of Christ with the arms broken off.
Yeah.
One might say they nailed that.
Oh God. And the freaking Creature to Black Lagoon is awesome.
Is the creature awesome? Or is the thick chick awesome? I think the thick chick is pretty awesome.
Either one.
Yeah. And all the covers can be found, so you can just buy one and then you can go to the add-ons and take your time and
pick out the ones you want.
Pick up what you want. It's Natasha dressing up as Nick.
Yeah.
Then there's the Todd McFarlane Batman homage cover.
Yeah, it's like Detective 674 or something like that.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe.
I don't mind this. This one's kind of hot. It's kind of like, Black Widow meets a Bond girl.
Yeah.
The G.I. Joe thing. Ugh. Nah, I'm good.
Those three aren't bad.
They're not bad, but I'm like, I don't care for the glowing blue behind the Wolfman. I think it takes away from
him.
Detail on him, yeah. And then we have the Cougar Witch.
Yeah.
But then even better.
That is a good homage. I mean, most of the time, those really aren't very good.
I mean, there we go.
Yeah.
So that one came out really cool, and I like it. Issue 5. I don't like the #1. The #2 isn't bad, but it's got that corner box.
Yeah.
So this has got to be a homage to one of the X books from Inferno.
Maybe, yeah.
It looks like, and instead of Wolfman, it would have been Sabretooth. And this cover C looks like it might have been like a Moon Knight or a New Mutants.
Yeah.
I think a New Mutants.
New Mutants, yeah.
Because of the font of monsters. #6, okay, Cougar Witch is looking better.
Damn it. And that's a kind of Power Girl.
Mm-hmm.
But now that Frankenstein is still awesome.
Yeah, it's such a good creepy classic like Frankenstein look, and then we have New
Mutants again.
100.
Yeah, I think it's 100.
That is a great Black Lagoon creature.
Yeah. I love that movie. It's funny. I don't know why. I always have.
Then we have the first Cable homage.
But Dragons.
then we have the Witch, but then we have the cover of the core set of D&D.
Yeah, the red box.
I'm like, would I buy it personally? Probably not, but I think it's like a really cool cover. And then
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. So out of the three of these, I'm going to buy them.
D.
D. No, there is no D.
Exactly.
It would probably, I'd lean more towards the Witch.
Yeah.
But possibly the D&D, just because, you know, we all like D&D. And then there's this 6x9 mini print of the Headless Horseman for stretch goals, and it hasn't gotten to anywhere near. The first stretch goal, if they could reach it, is $75K.
They'll probably reach it because they're halfway there now, and it's only been up for like 3-4 days.
6 days, yeah.
6 days, okay.
It's been almost a week. I reached out to him, and he emailed me back. Well, didn't email me. He gave me like all his social media stuff.
Yeah. And
told me to reach out, and he'd come on Creators and talk about the book.
Oh yeah.
So I can be like, so just one question. Why so many variants? Well, people love variants. I go, well, yeah, it's Kickstarter. They love variants and naughty covers because corn isn't free for the taking anywhere on the internet.
No.
Look, I self-edited myself. That's amazing.
It happens.
Not very often, but I'm trying.
All right, so ready?
I'm ready.
That's right, people. We're doing the absolute classic this time. There it is. The Killing Joke Deluxe Edition. I did not know that Tim Burton said it was his favorite comic, the first comic I've ever loved, by Alan Moore and Brian Bolden.
Yes.
And there is the absolute classic freaking, oh my God, dude, that image is everywhere.
That panel is just like, I had that poster.
Really? They did a poster?
I think like during like the 7th printing. If you missed it the first 6 times, here's number 7.
All right, and you said you were going to read something from the intro.
Yeah, I was going to read. It's only like a page. So the late great Tim Sale did the introduction for this back in 2006.
Oh my God, dude, that's like a long time ago.
Yeah. Now, if you read Boland's afterwards, there was one mistake, and that mistake was it wasn't Alan Moore, like, because it was Alan and Brian. So he put whatever he writes in here about whoever asked who to do the book. It's actually the opposite way around. It was the only mistake he made, and Brian corrects it like at the end.
Oh, really?
The big thing about the deluxe thing was because at the time it was still 4-color. You know, with shades and stuff.
Yeah.
So in this deluxe edition, he didn't have to beg too hard, but he had to beg a little bit. He said, I want to recolor the entire book myself, Brian Boland.
No, so Boland colors the entire book.
Yeah, this whole book is completely recolored. So Tim Sale starts off, man, how cool is this? Like everyone who was in the mainstream comics field in the late 1980s, or as was in my case, had their noses pressed up against the glass. The back-to-back of The Dark Knight Returns, Watchmen, Batman Year One and Batman the Killing Joke completely re-energized the comics field. The characters, other than those in Watchmen, had been around for decades. And while many talented writers and artists had done much notable work in that time, there was an incredible sense of new coming from Frank Miller and this handful of crazy Brits. First on the line of crazy Brits, of course, would have to be Alan Moore. Brian Boland, John Higgins, Richard Starkings, and the amazing Dave Gibbons, who were seeing possibilities in them, in the kinds of stories that could be told now, and not incidentally in the way the story could be presented. Batman the Killing Joke is the only one of the stories listed above that did not first exist in another format as a series of comics that were eventually collected into that catch-all term, a graphic novel. The Killing Joke was a 46-page story, but it was crafted at such an astonishing level and printed so much more cleanly and carefully that it seemed to be different. A different beast altogether, you would say. Not just really great Batman comic, but something different. It didn't get it then, but I do now. That is what the author's extraordinary craft can do. Make old seem new again. And thrilling. Don't forget thrilling. I am told the origins of Batman the Killing Joke go back to a Batman Judge Dredd proposal that Alan Moore and Brian Boland had cooked up. When it fell through, Moore asked Boland what else he wanted to do. And Boland said, "The Joker, please." Sounds like me. So polite, and thus a classic was born. Moore is famous for many things, not the least of which are his maniacally controlled and precisely orchestrated scripts requiring an equal and similar effort from his artist partner. And in the amazing Brian Boland, he found an artist of equal in talent, fantasism, care, and expressiveness. Both excel in impressing with their rendering of the mundane, so that it never feels mundane. And then they blast into a reveal, a money shot so explosive that it is only then that you realize how well you as a reader have been lulled to rest on purpose just to set you up. The Joker's reveal on page 11, the tragic event on page 18, the second reveal on page 37, all orchestrated and carried out in ways that astonish and then astonish you again. When you go back and see just how much these artists have known and set things up from the beginning, how fun it is to be in the hands of creators who know so much about what they are doing. Oh, and the joke. How cool is it that the book ends on a joke at the finish? Priceless, funny, perfect for the characters of Batman and the Joker. What you hold in your hands, or see on our screen, though, is the book that I own that so inflamed me and thousands of others back in 1988 because of one crucial element, the coloring. This time around, you lucky buggers, you have the fantastic treat to see the book colored by the artist himself and to see a more complete vision of how the story should look. Side by side, the comparison is amazing. Boland's colors are characteristically thoughtful and restrained. They fit the work more completely than Higgins' state-of-the-art job in 1988 and are a joy to look at. Slow down and one can see how cool the palette is now versus the warmer one of 1988, and how much better that reflects the somber tone of the story, and how when Boland retains a color from 1988 that has become iconic, like Barbara's yellow shirt, he integrates that so well into the cooler colors in the scene, allowing the shirt to really pop and ratchet up the horror of this event. But the biggest and most amazing change in this newly colored edition is in the flashback sequences. Boland washes out all of the color in each one, but chooses to spotlight an object in each. A bowl of tentacles, shrimp, and so on, in increasingly intense shades of red, all leading up to here's the sense that everything has been planned from the start by masterful hands. The Red Hood that was positioned to be Joker's mostly forgotten origin way back in 1951, and the transformation of the milquetoast failed comedian to insane criminal mastermind. I got chills. Anyone else get chills? Man, how cool is this? Tim Sale at the time was living in Pasadena, California, 2008.
Yeah, that was one thing I was wondering what I did not remember from first reading it, because it's been so long that, yeah, I not paying attention to the fact that Boland recolored it there. Yeah, all the flashback scenes they were washed out. Everything but it's like almost all the food was just red. I was like, why the hell is it all red?
It was just building intensity from the flashback scenes
to the Red Hood. Yeah. It's coming up. Now, one thing, I mean, I know we don't have to go through it page by page. There's a lot of pages that have absolutely no dialogue, which shows how good Boland's art really is. Oh. And the other thing that hit me here, and I know that's Gibbons, but Watchmen is Gibbons, Alan Moore and Gibbons. But dude, this 9-panel layout is all over this book as well. And Watchmen is flat 9 panels. Everything is 9 equal panels. But yeah, it's raining. We get the of course Batman shows up at Arkham Asylum. I love how he gets walked in. He gets directed down the hall. He passes Dent. Gordon's right behind him. Then he finally gets down to name unknown, number 801. And Batman goes, I like the guard salutes him. It's kind of cool. And he goes in, and the Joker's playing freaking cards. There are these 2 guys in a lunatic asylum. He drags the chair over. This part really kind of was, I just didn't remember it, dude. He's come to try and make amends with the Joker, and figure out what the hell's going on between the 2 of them.
And apparently it's not
the Joker. Yeah. I come to talk. I've been thinking lately about you and me. What's going to happen to us? We're going to kill each other, right? Aren't we? Or perhaps you'll kill me. I'll kill you sooner, maybe later. I just wanted to know, I made a genuine attempt to talk things over and avert the outcome just once. And then that, Joker never says anything. So finally he reaches out and grabs him, and he sees the white paint on his freaking gloves. And then he realizes, when he grabs him, the guy's like, you don't have rights to touch me. You're not allowed to touch. Where is he? And of course, the guard's like, he's gone off his rocker. Dear God, he's gone berserk. Or that's Gordon. Open the door, and you can't touch a hair on his head. Batman gives him the wig. He says, Commissioner, if you're concerned about it, his hair here, take it, it's yours. Now, you whimpering little smear, I'm going to ask you politely just one more time. Where is he? Oh, dude, this is such a classic page.
Just the turn back and, you know, looking into the eyes of madness.
Yeah. And I don't want to say Alan Moore tells a good funny joke, but it's been so long since I've read this. I actually laughed today reading it again. He says, what is this? Well, have you had a chance to inspect the property, decide if it's what you're looking for? Well, it's garishly ugly. The derelicts have used it for a toilet. The rides are dilapidated to the point of being lethal and could easily maim or kill innocent little children. Oh, so you don't like it? Don't like it? I'm crazy for it. Oh, you really want to? Yeah, it's perfect. You really want to buy it? And the price I mentioned, too steep. Nope. There's your fat lady. See the fat lady? Not these days.
She's not singing.
Yep. And then, okay, this is reading comics for 40 years. I didn't notice this crap when I was much younger. I was just plowing through them. But dude, do you notice how much duality and repetition he uses in here? It's the same scenes to cut from one scene to another. You look at the bottom here, the Joker, he's standing there looking at the scene of the fat lady. You know, money isn't all, and money isn't really a problem, not these days. And, you know, he's holding his hat, there he is. And then you flash back to the past.
Where money was a problem.
Money is a problem. How did it go? Did they like your hat? And there he is. He's nervous. He's got his hat behind him and everything. And, you know, he's talking to his wife. You know, he missed a punchline. They didn't laugh at him. And, you know, he's just so upset. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, I didn't mean anything. Yeah, you did, the way you said it. All I said was, oh, as in you didn't get a job. As to how are we going to feed the baby? You don't think I'm worried about that? Dude, he's having a mental breakdown right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't think I care? It's all some big joke. I mean, but the thing is she really loves him. And I mean, he obviously loves her.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes down, you know, he says, oh God, I'm so sorry. And she just tries to comfort him. Because he's literally trying his best. I don't mean to take it out on you. You're suffering enough being married to a loser. Dude, he's in a bad place. Mm-hmm. It's not that. It's true. I can't support you. Janine, what are you going to do? It'll be okay. Junior won't be here for another 3 months. Miss Burkus will let the rent go a little longer. She feels sorry for me. She hates me. She comes all out in the hallway to scowl at me. The house stinks of cat litter and old people. I got to get out of here. You know, I just want enough money to get us to a decent neighborhood. Girl, you know, and then, dude, I didn't get all of this little. There are girls on the street who earned that in a weekend without having to sell a single joke. And his wife laughs at it. She laughs.
That's funny.
Yeah. Dude, it's not funny. Honey, don't worry about it any of it. I still love you. You know, job or no job. You're good in the sack. And you know how to make me laugh. And then there's that double panel again. He's reaching out to her. Mm-hmm. And then he's reaching out to his reflection at the laughing clown. I guess it's one of those like tells your fortune or something things to put a coin in.
Like Zoltar.
Yeah, like Zoltar. Exactly. Oh my God. Of course, this other guy's still just, he's not even paying attention, and he should know who the hell the Joker is. This idiot should know who he's dealing with. You know, I'm positive you won't regret it. You know, some of the rides aren't as dilapidated. And the Joker's like, oh, it's all right. You know, your partners have been signing the paperwork right now. They've all the hours have been, you know, they were signed an hour ago. Let's shake on it. And he shakes on it. And then when the Joker leaves, you see he killed him. He just left his ass on the damn Dumbo ride. all that nasty grin. Boland's art is absolutely a freaking amazing. Now I did read in the flashback, the Brian Boland afterwards here, where he talks about he was such a big fan of Dick Sprang, and knowing that he's such a fan of Dick Sprang, some of this falls into, because like this is the Dick Sprang Joker card.
Yep.
That's Dick Sprang right there all day long. The Bat family picture, you know, Batwoman, Robin, Batman, Batmite. I don't know who that is. I don't know I can't tell who those people are. And then that was that the original Batgirl?
Probably.
Yeah, but Batwoman,
like the Golden Age one,
yeah, Golden Age Batgirl, Batman. But that's all Dick Sprang, and you see Batman in the cave, and he's trying to go through the computer to find out all he knows about the Joker. And, you know, there we get our Dick Sprang Joker, and, you know, and it just says classification unknown. They don't know.
Well, I was going to say the bottom left one right here.
This one?
In that panel, yeah. Looks, and I know it was highly influenced by Dick Sprang, but the late 70s, the early 70s, late 60s Batman Filmation cartoon that used to be on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, like that too.
That's how Joker looked in that. And then you have the late 80s where he was wearing like the trench coat and the fedora.
Yep.
And, you know, so there's like 5 shots of the Joker here on his monitors, and each one is a different style.
Yeah, a little different.
Yeah.
And that even plays into the book.
Yeah, it's just paying homage. And it was cool, like the page before they showed the monitors. Nope.
This one?
That one.
Yeah.
Just before the monitors and him typing, you see the T-Rex, some of the computers in the pullback.
Yeah.
And the whirly bat hanging over the big Wayne Tech computer.
I'd see it's the whirly bat now. I thought it was a fan at first. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's the whirly bat.
Couldn't put a ceiling fan in the cave.
You could.
There'd be like dead bats dropping everywhere.
Oh, they'll fly around it. I do love that. There goes Alfred comes in. Dude, I miss Alfred so much in Batman.
I know. I was so pissed when they did that.
Dude, people just don't understand how important he is.
The new McFarlane line for the Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
The line that's out right now has an Alfred.
Oh, sweet.
All those figures are $30, but I think Target has Alfred mocked down to like $20 because they've got a ton of them. But he comes with all his butlering stuff.
Oh, well, I need to go to Target and give me a damn Alfred. I do love the classic Batman logo too.
Yeah.
Not the yellow Dark Knight Returns, all that. Mm-hmm. Just the simple black Batman note, logo. Yeah, he comes in. Your refreshment, sir. Is there anything further I can assist you with? No, not all. This to me got me to this morning since I've been trying to figure out what he intends to do. It's almost impossible. I don't know him, Alfred, all these years, and I don't know who he is any more than he knows who I am. And see, that's something even from the cartoon. If you remember, Joker never wants him to take, if every time he catches Batman, don't take his damn mask off. It's going to ruin all the fun.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit who is under the mask. It's Batman. But yeah, how can two people hate each other without knowing each other?
I don't know. I kind of hated my father, and I didn't know him.
But
I know. I'm bringing the room down. Let's keep going with the comic.
Yeah, and now here we go to the sweet, sweet ass change of color right here. We got Gordon and Barbara, and of course Even you see, even Jim's got his tongue out. He's trying to make the perfect cut and paste as he's cutting out, filling his scrapbook. And then we've got our classic down in the bottom right here. We've got our Batman #1, Batguard vigilante, critically injures murderer, disfigured homicide maniac in the hospital.
And on this page, she's talking about, putting all his bat scrapbooks like in order and lining them all up so they're, in the time frame,
Yeah, the Catwoman one fell behind the wardrobe. I dug it out. Yeah. Yes. He says, well, so the door rings. He saw he's Colleen from across the street for the yoga class. I remember you describing the white face and green hair. So now they're talking about the Joker. I thought you'd be interested. Yeah, well, I had some interesting nightmares. And then there it is.
Yep. Somewhere
now
I have the set that is the it's like a box set with like the window showing kind of like the Dark Knight Returns with the mask that you picked up for me.
Yeah.
So inside it's the trade paperback of this, like with a bunch of like extra stuff, like behind the scenes. I think there was like an interview with Alan Moore or something in the back of it. And it comes with 2 figures.
Uh-oh.
That Joker and Batman that looked like it was designed by friggin' Neil Adams himself.
Really?
The way the cape flows.
Yeah.
They made the cape and the cowl rubbery, like the old Mego pocket heroes.
Okay, the little bitty ones.
Yeah, but these are like full size, like 6 or 7 inch figures. But it's Joker in the in the Hawaiian shirt with the fedora and the gun and the camera. And I saw that and was like, oh, well, it's $35. I don't care.
Yeah, the now I read one time somewhere, I can't remember what was it, that Moore actually had wanted to kill Barbara here.
Yeah.
He wanted to kill her. And DC, the editorial staff's like, nope, you're not killing Barbara Gordon. Mm-hmm. He said, well, how far can I take it? And I guess he took it as far as they would let him. But I mean, he paralyzes her. And the thing is even though this is a prestige format and could have been considered an Elseworlds or an imaginary tale, this crap stuck. She's paralyzed after this. And I don't want to say she was a bad Batgirl, but she's way more powerful as Oracle later on. I mean, she really rises from this issue where the other characters don't.
And then 35 years later, a miraculous treatment comes abound, and she's back.
Yeah. And you take away
everything.
Everything. You give, she's never mind. Damn it.
That's modern comics. We got to retcon everything.
But yeah, so he shoots her and she fought. Now here it is, which this right here shows that the Joker's been watching them for a while. Because she was a librarian. Don't worry, it's a psychological complaint common among ex-librarians. You see, she thinks she's a coffee table edition. He's been watching her. He's been watching them. Mind you,
she got shot. She crashed through her glass top coffee table.
Yeah. Mind you, I can't say much for the volume's condition. I mean, there's a hole in the jacket, and the spine appears to be damaged. And Gordon's about to lose it, and of course, he just has, his henchman just roughed the hell up. Frankly, she won't be walking off the shelves in that state of repair. The idea of her walking anywhere seems increasingly remote, but there's always a problem with softbacks.
And no could have wrote any of these dark puns that wasn't Alan Moore.
No, and
I could have, but I got such of the evil in me, so
I just didn't get it years ago. God, these literary discussions are so dry. When you're finished with the old boy, take him, where. Please be careful. After all, he's tipping the bill. And then when they leave, Now, I do not think, we're not going to get into the big discussion here that the Joker rapes her. I just don't think that. To me, I know a lot of people love that. I have no idea why. It makes no sense.
No, because
it's not his style.
Years later, he's got Harley throwing herself at him left and right. He's just not interested. He doesn't care.
No, I mean, it's not that he doesn't, but he it's not here. And she asked him. He's starting to undress her. Why are you doing this? To prove a point. And then, here's the crime. And then now there's our repeat panel again with him. Then
we have the light, like reddish orange tinge of the shrimp and the food on the table.
Yep.
And the big pow of the Red Hood in the box.
In the bottom, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so now he's at a bar and he's actually talking with some low-class hoodlums who are setting up the robbery of a playing card factory that's next door to the Acme Chemical Company that he worked at. He was a chemist at. So we know he's not stupid because he quit his job as a chemist to follow his dream to be a stand-up comedian. And the reason they want him is because apparently there's no guards at the damn chemical company and it'll be easy to get through, and then they'll be able to enter the back door on the card factory and steal the payroll.
Yep.
And as a joke, it's not really a joke. They're doing it to throw off the police and everything else. You'll be wearing this. And it's the Red Hood helmet. It says, "Oh, we do it for all our, the new guys, the most important guy." No, you're doing it to throw him off. That way, when the police show up, you can go, "Look, there's the leader. Get him, not us." While they haul ass with the damn money. Yeah, it's starting from Saturday morning. I'll be rich. I can't imagine it. My life's going to be completely changed. Nothing's going to be the same. Not ever again. And of course, now we flash back to the hospital. Dude, Harvey Bullock looks so damn good in here. To me, this is the Bullock that I love. I mean, I know it sounds terrible, but
rough
and
as
he's such a damn classic character. He's like Gordon, and he's like Gordon. He's like Alfred. He's been there forever. People just don't realize it.
I didn't realize it. Like the first time I remember seeing Bullock was like in the late 80s, early 90s.
No.
Something happened to Jim. And like Jim got shot and he was in the hospital. So yeah. Bullock had to, step up and take over the precinct.
Yeah.
Much like they used that from the comics in the Gotham series.
Yeah.
When, Jim got booted off the force and the actual CO got killed.
But yeah,
he made a good Bullock too.
Bullock was, he was, I think, early 70s. It may have been late 60s when he was around. He's been around a long time. Batman is so damn good looking in here too. He shows up, and of course, crumpled on top of Barbara is a damn Joker card. Did you see all the pictures? It's sick. Leave us alone a minute. And when she leaves, she's been washed and she's clean. She's got, a rag over her hair and everything. So she just looks completely different. And, he wakes her up. "Can you hear me? It's me, it's Bruce," because she knows who he is.
Yeah.
And she's freaking crying, dude. No. She took Dad. Oh, God. I remember what he did. It's okay. And she's just freaking crying. You don't see it. You didn't see his eyes. He said he wanted to prove a point. He said Dad was top of the bill. What is he going to do to him? What's he going to do to my father? She has no idea. And Batman doesn't. And nobody does. I don't even know if the Joker does. Eventually it comes to him. But yeah, I don't think he starts out with a plan. That's one of the things that I always liked about him. When he's done well. And of course, now we go to just like they strip Barbara, now they're stripping Gordon. And they do. They strip his ass naked.
Butt naked.
That's why this was marked for,
mature
readers. Yeah. And you got the little dwarves who are dressed in freaking, 80s heavy metal band and, a tutu with their fishnet stockings.
They're supposed to be Cupids.
Yeah, like something.
Perverted Cupids, but still Cupids.
Yeah. And they're,
I wonder if these are the dwarfs that that Disney was going to use in their new version of Snow White.
Oh my God. They drag Gordon out, and then there's old dude still sitting there rotting away on the damn on the Dumbo ride.
Mm-hmm. But he looks happy.
He looks happy. And this is the thing: is what am I doing? Am I dreaming? I was sitting in my, he's throwing it down. He says, "Somebody tell me what am I doing here? You're doing what any sane man in your appalling circumstances would do. You're going mad." Yeah.
And he's got a throne that looks like it was made out of one of the teacup rides.
Yeah, the teacup rides. Yeah.
With one set of stairs, and the rest of the entire thing is
baby dolls.
Naked busted up Cupid dolls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's just,
it's
horrendous.
Freaky. Yeah. Yeah. I remember. Dude, he looks so good. Now this is where it starts really getting cool. Remember, I wouldn't do that. Remembering is dangerous. I find the past such a worrying ancient place. The past tense, I suppose you should call it. Memory's a treacherous one. One moment you're lost in a carnival of lights with the poignant childhood aromas and flashing neon of puberty and all that sentimental candy floss. The next, it leads you somewhere you don't want to go. Somewhere dark and cold, filled with the damp, ambiguous shapes of things that you'd forgotten. And then they start dragging him off toward the ghost train. But we can live without them memories. Memories are what our reason is based on. If we can't face them, we deny reason ourselves. Although, why not? We aren't contractually tied down to reality. So when you find yourself locked in an unpleasant train of thought, heading for the places in your past where the screaming is unbearable, remember, there's always madness. Madness is the emergency exit.
And in the swinging doors in the funhouse, almost in that last panel, almost seemed like a homage to Duella Dent, that was the Joker's daughter, and every other rogues gallery of Batman's daughter too.
Yes. So yeah, he starts heading in, and then there's our double doors now. So he's heading into the ride, the ghost train, and we see some cops there go at the bar and grill. And of course they come in, they're showing pictures around. They're looking for someone. And the bartender points him out. And he comes over, and it's our man, the Joker. Well, before he was the Joker. Excuse me, could we talk outside? He says, yeah, what's going on? I'm sorry, your wife's had an accident this morning. Apparently she was testing a baby bottle heater, and there was an electrical short. She died. I'm sorry. And he's shocked. Like,
not as shocked as she was.
Yeah. Oh my God. Talk about dark humor.
I'm trying to like bring up I'm trying to bring up my my Alan.
Your inner Joker. What? Yeah. And the cops are like, look, I hate to break it to you like this. It was 1,000,001 accident. They've got all the details at the hospital. So his wife and kid are dead.
Yep.
There's no hurry. If it was you, I'd have another drink. And of course, he sits down at this point, and he wants to get out now. He doesn't need to do this damn crime thing anymore, because the whole reason he's doing it to begin with is to provide a better life for his wife and kid.
Yeah.
And of course, the criminals are like, no, don't you see? You've got to do it now. Then you can bury your old lady in luxury. but if you don't, we're going to come and kill you. So he's like just caught in between, rock and a hard place. God. And then now here goes the super famous roller coaster scene as Gordon is run all around, and the Joker's managed to put up these giant like Teletron screens everywhere.
Yeah.
And he's flashing the nude pictures of the shot Barbara everywhere. There's one thing in here that always
so his daughter's coffee table book,
yeah, her coffee table book. I'm trying to see if I can find the one I like. Yeah, here it is. Go down here. Don't get mad. Yeah, Barbara. Dude, that's super famous. All of this is just amazing.
Yeah. But that bottom picture of Joker,
that one,
with his neck extended, I'm like, is he related to E.L. O'Brien?
E.L. O'Brien, maybe a little bit. Damn it. And so Batman is literally going around. He's like asking everybody, "You seen him? You seen him?" He goes to see the Penguin. Penguin's like, "No, I'm in jail. Leave me alone." And finally, the bat signal alerts him, so he heads back to the police station. And there's Bullet waiting for him, and he gives him an envelope marked for the Batman. And it's for the Bonus Brothers Carnival with compliments. Admit 1. So Batman now knows where he's got to go. And he heads that way.
He'll say hi to the former owner on his way in. And
yeah, exactly. I see you there. Having a good time? There they are now. Goodness, that's a ghost train. Yes, when they went in, the chap in the middle didn't even look a day over 17, and his 3 pals were professional basketball stars. Now look at him. Poor fella. What a dose of reality does for you. Yeah, here it is. I never touch this stuff myself. You understand? I find it gets in the way of the hallucinations.
Oh, my God. That bottom panel is spectacular, though.
The one with him standing over the rain?
The one with him standing over the
puddle with the rain.
With the raindrops coming in.
Yep.
And you see like a wavy picture of his face underneath it.
Yeah. God, how boring. The man's a complete turnip. Take him away and put him in his cage. Perhaps he'll get livelier once he's had a chance to think the situation, to reflect upon life and all its random injustice. And then now we get there's our looking at the rain again.
Mm-hmm.
And of course now they put the damn hood on him, and he starts they're starting into the Acme chemical plant to the playing card factory. And of course now he's been gone a couple months. They've added security to the factory. So they get caught. And he can't see where the hell he's going because he's got this damn hood on. He can only look through the little like ruby glasses there. Of course, they get in a big ass fight. The cops just kill his 2 partners. One of them gets injured. Oh, hell, you guys don't want me. Get him. He's the ringleader. He's the Red Hood. What is it? It's all over me. And of course, he hauls ass. The ringleader's taking off across the catwalk. He's still in range. And then no more shooting. Here comes Batman. Dude, this Batman looks badass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is our 30s Batman.
That's almost, that's got like remnants with the way the ears are. That's got remnants of like a clean version of Kelly Jones Batman.
Yes, the ears aren't quite as long, but yes, especially the clawed hands.
Yep.
And of course, Batman gets to him, Red Hood. So we meet again. Oh no, it's not you. You've been sent to punish me. Don't come any closer or I'll jump. And he jumps into the damn chemicals. And of course, he gets washed out of the plant because they're dumping into the damn harbor.
And there's one of the most famous Joker images of all time.
Exactly. When he takes the mask off. because he's like, it's stinging my face and everything else. Get the stupid hood off, and he's just gone. He's at this point, he lost it. He has rejected reality and replaced his own. And of course, now we're back at the damn fun house. They're all laughing now, making fun of Gordon.
Like this is like seamless transitions, because I know you usually complain about, you know, the scene change where it just like hits a brick wall, you turn the page, and it's completely different.
Yes, and it's not. I mean, see, there's our comedy and his laughing, and then there it is again. This is somebody showing you they know what the hell they're doing.
Yep. Or he used to.
Yeah.
Now he's more Joker than he is Batman.
Damn it. Physically unremarkable in his state. Notice the hideous, bloated sense of humanity's importance in the club footage social conscious of the withered optimism. It's certainly not for the squeamish. Most repulsive are the frail and useless notions of order and sanity. It's too much weight is placed upon them. How does it live? How does this poor, pathetic specimen survive in today's harsh and irrational world? The sad answer is not very well. And he's just the fake drama faced with inescapable human existence. The mad, random, and pointless one.
I'm like, the Joker's sitting here shit talking like he's Rowdy Roddy Piper on Monday Night Raw or something from like 40 years ago.
Yes.
He's just, you know, stitching words together and just like, you know, it's like a 32-hit combo in a video game.
It just keeps going. I did like at the bottom, though, as we noticed, the Batmobile is approaching. You see the lights in the first panel. And then, you know, they're a little bigger, and then now they're bigger again. Any other response? And then, you know, of course, everybody else hauls ass as our Dick Sprang classic Batmobile comes up.
The 1940s. I actually have a special limited edition collector's one. They made them like in magnetic fold over boxes.
Yeah.
And I've actually got this one.
Now, this is the other thing that got me, like I said, reading it again. When Batman comes up here, we talk about the repetition in the art. There's also a repetition in the way the book is laid out, because here it is. Batman comes out, he confronts the Joker, and now he's not really talking to him, but he's remembering. Hello, I came to talk. I've been thinking lately about you and me and what's going to happen to us at the end. We're going to kill each other. You know, and they immediately get into a fight. Batman looks so badass there.
And that bottom panel of him flying through the air and tackling him.
Yeah.
That's right out of the Neil Adams book.
Oh, yes.
That's like, you know, 1970s Neil classic Batman poses.
Yeah.
You know, all 8 different action poses that he just did over and over, but they always looked great.
Yeah, because I mean, they worked. Yeah. You know, perhaps you'll kill me, I'll kill you. And it's that repetition. And, you know, of course, Joker hauls ass after he sprays him with some acid. And he's like, Jim, are you okay? Did you notice the lock picks in his hands? He picked the lock that fast.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Gordon, this is another cool scene. It's almost like the I don't know, you've seen it, the Nightwing scene lately where Nightwing, like this last issue, hugs Batman and he hugs him and tells him, you know, he says, I love you, Dad. And I'm like, damn, dude, that's deep, you know, and it doesn't happen. And same thing here, you know, Gordon's he's, you know, are you okay? Oh God, you know, God. And Batman tells him it's okay. Let it come out.
Yeah. And
he holds him for a minute. And, you know, he's like, he shot Barbara. He showed me photographs. He tried to drive me mad. The police are right behind me. I'll stay here until they arrive. And then Gordon's like, no, I'm okay. You have to go after him. I want him brought in, and I want him brought in by the book. And Batman's just like, I'll do my best. And, you know, as he heads off, the book We have to show him that our way works, that we're better than him. And he heads into the fun house.
And Bruce was glad that scene ended, because as much as he loves Jim as a friend, it's still going to be uncomfortable hugging a naked friend of yours.
Damn it. So I see you received so I see you received a free ticket. I'm so glad I did. I did so want you to be here. You see, it doesn't matter if you catch me and send me back to the asylum. Gordon's been driven mad. I've proven my point. I've demonstrated there's no difference between everyone else and me. All it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man to lunacy. Mm-hmm. That's how far the world is just from one bad day. And then this is so, dude, this made me think about it all day. You had a bad day once. I know. I can tell. You had a bad day and everything changed. Well, else why would you dress like that?
Why would you run around dressed like a flying rodent?
Yeah, you had a bad day and it drove you crazy as everyone else. Only you won't admit it. And he's like, God, you make me want to puke. Of course, now finally, he starts chasing him to the damn mirrors. He talks about, how just crazy the world is and lunatic stuff happens. Oh, yeah. Here's the other thing I like. What is it with you? What made you the way you are? Girlfriend killed by the mob, maybe a brother carved up by a mugger, something like that. I bet something like that happened to me. I'm not exactly sure what it was. He doesn't even remember now. And see, that's one of the things that's so cool is some people didn't get it. You watch the damn Dark Knight Returns, the movie. He gives his origin like 3 different times in the movie. Every time it changes, but people don't pay attention.
Oh, in the Heath Ledger, yeah.
Yes.
He's always got a different story. One, because he's crazy, and 2, because the subconscious will fight it. I know. I got PTSD.
Yeah, he doesn't want to remember it. Yeah. He says, something like that happened to me, I'm not exactly sure what it was. Sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes another. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. And then, of course, he does get a little sad here. It's all a joke. But Batman dude, that's pretty famous.
Yeah.
He comes in, beats the hell out of him, finally gets him outside. They go through an immaculately choreographed fight.
Yeah,
Joker.
He kicks the top off his hand, grabs him. Then Joker gives him a Ric Flair, poke to the eyes, pulls the mask down,
hits him with a 2x4.
And when he hits him with the 2x4, his mask is all maladjusted. It's like all over the place, so he can't see what he's doing.
No. And then here he finally gets the mask back, and now we get Batman recover. He catches the knife and knocks the shit out of him. And the damn gun is empty. He pulls a gun on him. Joker does.
Click, click, click.
God damn it, it's empty. Well, what are you waiting for? I shot a defenseless girl. I terrorized an old man. Why don't you kick the hell out of me and get a standing ovation from the public gallery? Because I'm doing this one by the book and because I don't want to.
What?
So now he goes into his speech. He says, don't you understand? I don't want to hurt you. I don't want either of us to end up killing the other. We're both running out of alternatives and we both know it. Maybe it all hinges tonight. Maybe this is the last chance to short out this bloody mess. If you don't take it, we're locked in a suicide course, both of us to the death. It doesn't have to end like that. And I know what it was that bent your life out of shape, but who knows? Maybe I've been there too. Maybe I can help. We could work together. I could rehabilitate you. You don't need to be out there on the edge anymore. You don't need to be alone. We don't have to kill each other. What do you say? And the Joker just tells him, he says, I'm sorry. It's too late for that. This is a funny situation. It reminds me of a joke. Yeah, here's the classic joke about the lunatics escaping the asylum.
Yep.
Yep. He says, they get up on the roof and they cross the narrow gap. They see the rooftops stretching away in the moonlight. Now the first guy jumps right across with no problem. Make his friend doesn't make a leap. He says, "I'm afraid of falling." So then the first guy has an idea. He says, "Hey, I have my flashlight with me. I'll shine it across the gap in the buildings, and you could walk across the beam and join me." But the second guy shakes his head. He says, "What do you think? I'm crazy? You turned the light when I was halfway across." And then he starts laughing, and Batman actually laughs.
He snickers, yeah.
Yeah, he snickers, and then they laugh a little bit.
Yeah.
And that whole, the last 6 panels, dude, etched in freaking comic book history.
And what I thought was cool with the hardcover you sent me,
yeah,
was that when you take the dust jacket off, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but when you take the dust jacket off, it's 3D imprinted in the black.
Oh, sweet.
There's Joker. There's
Batman.
Oh, that must be just the lighting. I go, where did I get that rash from?
Yeah, damn it.
In the back is the Joker card.
This is a Joker card. Sweet. I didn't even take the cover off mine.
I thought that. Well, I took the cover off because I was going to sit over there and read it, and I didn't want to damage the dust jacket.
Yeah. Now I didn't include everything in the deluxe edition. So if you haven't read it, folks, get it. It's especially if you find it cheap like I did. I found ours at Ollie's. They were less than $5 a piece. I think they were $4, $3.99 or something.
Yeah, $3.99.
Yes, I mean it's definitely worth $4. The art, the whole 9 yards. But there's a ton of preliminary sketches and everything but I don't have them here. Classic Joker. The little breakdown by Mark Waid about the Joker. Some art by Brian Boland extra. And then this is the backup story, which apparently originally was in a Batman black and white issue, from what I gathered.
Okay. Yeah, I remember this image. So
yeah, by Waid and Boland. And here he goes. He says, pick a card, any card. So there's a comic, you make you laugh. Make you laugh. I think that's how this one goes, or I forget it. Or if you've heard that one, if you and I can't keep it straight. How about the one where a killer named Napier comes into town? Oh, wait, you're too young for that one. How about this one? This one always works. A lunatic in a red hood walks into a factory, right? He's there to steal the payroll. So we get our 3 most famous Joker origins. There they are. It's kind of like you pick which one you want. And, it just goes through the cards, showing falling in the acid, driving him mad from the Killing Joke.
Just so you know, this isn't the one that's in this book.
Which?
The one we're going through now.
This isn't?
Oh, that is. Yeah, but I didn't. The first 2 pages with Joker weren't there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, it may have been another printing. Yeah, but then we get here. I don't consider myself a bad person. And this is a random guy. I don't even know who the hell this is supposed to be. But he's talking about just, I'm not a bad person. I want to be a good person. But what if I do one bad thing? Does that make me a bad person? If I do one bad thing, but the rest of my life I'm good. And he's talking about, he thinks about kidnapping a little girl and, locking her in the damn sewer until she rots. Maybe the Pope, but I can't get to the Pope because he's got the Pope mobile. If I got to choose a victim for convenience, it's got to be someone who doesn't have an armed guard, someone in Gotham. It's got to be Batman. And now he's talking about
some rando dude that might just happen to look like Brian Boland. We're not sure. That is just randomly decided that he's going to plan out and murder the Batman.
Exactly. And now, there's he's all this is going through his head. You know what I mean? It's all right. I'm sure he's got a secret hideout, his, surveillance, maybe he's on the trail of a criminal, doing the wild thing with Poison Ivy, chasing Two-Face. Who the hell are these animal people? I can't remember.
They're like some throwaway, one and done when they don't have when they can't figure out anybody. It's just it's basically like that Patrick Stewart Point Break movie where they use the masks of the
the pigs. Yeah.
And this way it's just like animal masks.
Yeah. Now this was cool too. I know this. He's talking about fighting the Penguin here. He's there'll be a fight, thrilling case, an enormous typewriter or something. Do you remember the damn typewriter from the Calendar Man issue from Detective Comics?
Yeah, it was huge.
Will you let him out? Yeah, that was giant, and then it'll come to a swift, decisive climax. He's got the Penguin beat up. The good guy will make a dramatic exit, leaving the bad guy to ponder the error of his ways. Because let's face it, crime doesn't pay. And just for one moment, the Batman will pause, turn his face, illuminated by a single light, a splendid avenger of the night. And then, from a dark gallery, from a window high up, or on a grassy knoll, or some other place, there'll be a glint, and then bang! He just blows Batman's head off.
Oh. When I saw that big bang, I'm like, oh, I wish I had the soundboard because I would have downloaded the Tweety Bird yelling something.
Bang! Yep, I shall miss him all right, but it don't mean if it hits his mark. But before I said I miss him, I've always been his greatest fan. I'm also his greatest enemy. Then I think I'll finish my college education, marry my girlfriend, have a couple kids, a boy and a girl, be nice and good and blameless life, and go to heaven when I die. End of story.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of those tablets says something about not murdering people.
Exactly. And it's just a random, this guy just wants to do one random, really terrible thing. And then that's it.
Yeah, it's like, dude, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Overall, like I said, it's been 20 plus years since I read this. It is much better reading it as a much older person, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You're able
kind of like watching Bugs Bunny now. You get all those jokes that flew over our heads when we were kids.
Yeah, you get the jokes that flew over your head. Plus, you can really I've seen enough comic art over the years that I can appreciate, all of the stuff that Bolin does. We need to do. I'll have to figure it out because he did so much, and I know it's a Bolin thing. But I'll pick out the issues. But dude, we have never done Judge Dredd, and I love Judge Dredd. But I mean, Brian Bolin, Judge Dredd versus Judge Death. Mm-hmm. We could do the Judge Child Quest. There's so much.
And we can announce it as the Batman Who Laughs.
The Batman Who Laughs. Yes.
Yeah, Judge Death.
Exactly. That's exactly who he looks like. Yeah, this was an amazing book. It's much, like I said, much better. It's never been one of my favorites, and I'm not going to say it's my favorite Batman story by any means, but it is much better reading it older.
Yeah.
Just the quality and the fact that this is, I mean, for God's sakes, you could see how much of the Joker movie they pulled out of this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's lifted straight from this. You can look at Falling Down. This is this. Look at Network. This is this. I mean, these are things that we talk about every day about just people finally just not being able to deal with freaking life anymore because you get crapped on so much that you just can't deal with it no more.
Yep.
I have not picked out a book for next week, so I don't know. Well, I'll figure something out.
Okay, we'll announce it during the week.
Yeah, sometime during the week. Maybe something completely random. And now for something completely random. But it's been an hour and 40 minutes, so I guess we got to wrap this one up.
Yeah, it would seem appropriate. Hey, Rocky, there's nothing up my sleeve.
Damn it.
So we'll be back next Thursday.
Yep.
And don't forget, you can actually listen to this as a podcast now. But then you're going to want to come to either YouTube, Rumble, or Odyssey and
look at the pictures.
You got to see the pictures. Yeah, you got to see the pictures. So you can listen to it on your way to work as a podcast. And if you really like the episode and you're like, well, I got to see what they're talking about. And you can always go back and watch it later.
I am trying to make a more conscious decision to describe the artwork more for the podcast.
Yeah. Well, we got a couple people that have signed up. We got like 4 people that are downloading the episodes.
Yeah.
And 4 people that are just listening on their favorite platform so far.
Oh, okay.
But we got to do that promo video probably by like the end of next week.
Tips and tricks and things you want to see. Let us know, people. We're trying to make this the best podcast for everybody.
Yep, especially
for old people that want to read comic books.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to be a boomer because we're not. We're just Gen Xers.
Yeah. Some of us are closer than others, though. I can't hear it. Can you turn it up?
I'm going to find my flashlight and turn the damn thing off.
Damn it.
I currently am reading. I haven't finished Swamp Thing because I took like a few days off from reading because I got hooked on a new game on my phone. Damn it! It's like a D&D game.
Yeah,
grinding away. I just got up to issue 7, the Batman issue, where Swamp Thing shows up in Gotham.
Holy crap, that's good.
But I'm basically just skimming through that one because we just read that. We just did that one like about a month ago for the show.
Yeah, it seems like it. It wasn't long ago.
Yeah. And then I'll go after that. And then this afternoon I finally started reading
number 8.
No, Last Ronin too.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
The hardcover. I read number 1 before, but it was like a year and a half ago. So, and I read there's an intro. The foreword in that book was written by Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, cool.
So, talking about, he had a second chance, at the Turtles where he got all his kids hooked on the Turtles. And then he was elevated to, super dad when they found out he actually knows and hangs out with Kevin.
With Kevin Eastman.
It's like, you guys do realize I'm like a famous Hollywood director, right? Yeah, whatever, Dad. We can't watch any of your movies, so it doesn't matter to us. We're too young.
Damn it.
But yeah, so I'm reading that and getting ready to start into those Daredevil issues you gave me. I actually have those because I've got the Frank Miller, Klaus Janson omnibus.
Oh, do you?
The red leather one. Somebody packed it wrong when I was in the coma, and they broke the spine.
Oh shit.
I've been wrestling for years of, finding somebody reliable to possibly repair it. But I'm like, I don't want him to like cut it to repair it. I'm like, I'll have to see.
Yeah.
But yeah. We shall see. So next week we'll be back with Mystery Book of Thomas's Choice. Until then, enjoy life. Please finish up your Thanksgiving leftovers this week, and
or throw them out,
or put them on ice and ship them to me. I can always use extra food. I'm wilting away to none.
Damn it.
So until next time, relax, escape, and read yourself some comics.